Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Donnie, and you're watching Diamond Painting by Donnie. Today is a video of Pack and Chat number 7. I have to try and get through this one as quick as possible because I have 2.5 hours before the last mail call goes out. So let's get started with our first order. It is for Diane in Massachusetts, which is, I'm guessing MA is Massachusetts. I'm going to have to keep a list right next to me until I memorize all of them. Let me grab some tissue paper. And I have a tag so that I'm not just rambling and trying to find things to talk about. That's the thing I find about these tags is they jolt memories. So you can keep talking. Just one simple question could get me talking about a whole bunch of other things. Alright, so Diane in Massachusetts has an order for the Loud and Proud Mini with the swirls, yellow top, and a Loud and Proud pink striped breast cancer awareness pin. Here is your pink striped breast cancer awareness pin with the tip. Here's your mini with the tip. I've got all of my washi tape ready to go. I've got all bubble wrap cut. I had my husband do that last night, so it may not be as perfect as I would have cut it. But as long as it fits, I'm happy. Not going to complain about something my husband helped me do, even though he was tired by the time we got to this point. Because we did making pins all day yesterday. I haven't counted them myself. I did at one point, but I didn't write it down, so I don't remember. I should have it in the title, though, because I try to do that. And that just gives me an idea of how many of you ordered pens that, you know, it just still blows my mind that you guys want to order from me. It's just, I feel like I'm just a nobody, and people just really enjoy what I do, and I'm still in awe of that because it's hard for me to believe. So I kind of make sure I count them and all that, just so it reminds me that, yeah, people like it. And I'm still using this. I'm not sure if I will run out on this one because this color seems to be at the end of the row. What am I saying row for? See, this is the kind of thing that frustrates me because I know I'm in a hurry and I can't find the beginning of the tape. There we go. Alright. So the tag I have is, I just did a search real quick to try and find something. And yeah, that's the end of this roll. God, why do I keep saying row? It's random first time tag questions. It says to answer with your friends, and I consider you guys my friends, so I will go ahead and answer them for you. As long as it's not a question that's like inappropriate for the channel. Yeah, this is not sticky. I can't use that. So I have this one. And I probably should have grabbed more green ones. Oh, I do have another green one. Okay. Because I have a lot of green this time. I hope my color choices are okay with the tissue paper, because I'm getting down to the bottom of the package. There we go. It's a little, doesn't match both of them, but it works and I think it looks good, so we'll go with that. So Diane, Massachusetts, your order is ready. And here, get it in your package. And I know that I have, I don't even know, 27 packages to go out. That's one down. Oh wait, actually I know. This tells me here. 27 packages, yes. Alright, next one goes to Gail in California. She ordered the Truffula tree in purple and the crystal butterfly in rose gold. And that is right here. Now I'm not going to pad the Truffula part because that really won't break. It's in there solid, so should have told my husband that when he cut this. But I didn't. I gotta cut it down a little bit so that there's plenty of room. Alright, so here is your crystal butterfly in rose gold. And there is your Truffula tree in purple. Alright, my first tag question. First app you check when you wake up in the morning. I generally first check texts and then what do I check? Facebook probably, for new members that are requesting to be members of a group. Do that next. And I forgot to turn my phone off. So that would be the answer to that, I guess. Facebook group. It's not Facebook app. It's actually a Pages Manager app. So how am I gonna wrap this? I've done it before, but I don't remember how I did it, because this is a very odd shaped package. There. Alright. First broken bone. I have never broken a bone. I don't know if it's because I'm just overly cautious or if I'm just not adventurous enough, but no broken bones here. Teslin's even broken a bone. She, we were up in Washington visiting my sister, and we all got together and went to a place that has, it's an indoor bouncy castle place, and she was in one with her cousins, and her cousin was right behind her, and some child pushed my nephew into Teslyn, and his chest rammed into the back of her arm, and it broke her elbow. So, yeah, it's quite an interesting place to break a bone. But, yeah, she actually, it bruised up right away. It started swelling, you know, and she's pretty tough, but, you know, she was complaining quite a bit about it. And I watched it, and just within, you know, 10 minutes, I saw how it swelled up, and it was really sensitive to the touch, and she was just dangling it by her side, and she didn't want to play on the castles. So yeah, we had it. We were out of town, so that made it even more of an adventure, I guess. We went to a urgent care, and she got in to see the doctor, and unfortunately their x-ray machine wasn't working. So they sent us over to the emergency room, and, you know, there we spent hours, and it wasn't even crowded. And, you know, we went back, and she had an x-ray done, and it took them forever just to read it, because I guess they had to bring someone in because it was the weekend. I don't know. So, let's see. Gail, your order is ready. Gail in California. Sorry, it looks really funny, but when you got weird shaped pens, that's kind of how it's gonna look. I don't even know how to manage. I have less room this time in my workspace here, so. Alright. Now, why don't we do it this way so I can actually close it. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get this done in 2.5 hours. Alright, there we go. Alright. Next order goes to Noreta in New York. She is a repeat customer. She ordered the Mr. Fix-It hammer and the Peacock Pizzazz in pink filled. And that would be right here. Here is your hammer. And here is your peacock feather filled. Alright, let's get this roughed up. Ayla actually broke a bone as well. She had a green line fracture, which I'm guessing is something like a hairline fracture, in her arm, or her wrist. Yeah, it was her wrist. She had fell on a toy and landed on her wrist. And she had to wear one of those like half cast things that we had to wrap with you know, an ace bandage. So I think it was because it was on her right hand, and she's right-handed, so she needed that hand to be able to, you know, do schoolwork and whatnot. I can't remember why they didn't actually just put it in a cast, but Teslyn actually had a cast all the way up, a full cast up to the middle of her bicep, you know, because it was an elbow fracture, so she had it It was around Christmas time. It was right before Christmas. By the time Christmas came around and her birthday, it was off. But it happened at the beginning of November. And so, yeah. And since we were out of state, they put a, they actually put a half cast on her as well until we got home. And then they put a, a full cast on her, and she picked out this bright pink color. And if I can find it, I will post a picture of her with it. In front of the Christmas tree. She was actually in preschool at the time. Happened in 2017. So she was still 4 when it happened. She wasn't quite 5. Right before her 5th birthday. But with Ayla, they never put a full one on. I'm still just can't remember why. But I'm just guessing that's why. Okay, so much for asking my first break. I didn't have one. The next question is, first foreign country you ever visited? Well, that would be Korea, even though I don't remember whatsoever, because I was a baby. And here I can show you a picture of my passport photo. And, but like I said, I don't remember it. I did have to get the smallpox vaccine because I did go overseas. So, for the younger crowd, they may not even know what that is, but it's that shot where people have a big divot in their arm from where they got it. It's a big, scar. A huge scar that it leaves. The older crowd will know what I'm talking about. So Naredo, your order is ready. Thank you for being a repeat customer. And there we go. The funny thing is normally, okay, there it is. It does tell me on the pages, on my copy of your order receipt, whether you're a repeat customer sometimes, but it's really hard to see. It's not obvious. So it's hard for me to just say, oh yes, this is a repeat customer. Only reason I say it sometimes is because I recognize the name. This next one is for Vicky in Ohio, and she is also a repeat customer. She ordered the red flu shot. She's already ordered a couple other flu shots, and she decided she needed a red one. So, here is your red flu shot. And there is your drill tip. I don't know what's going on with me, but I keep forgetting to turn my little space heater off when I go, when I leave the room at night. And so my electric bill is going to be, horrendous. But I walked in here this morning and it was so warm that my face, I mean, I'm not hot, but my face is like burning up. Like, it's probably not just the fact that the heater was on, but it's been a few hours since I turned it off and I'm still feeling really hot. I think it's, part of the, what's that called? Oh, yeah. Menopause. I'm premenopausal is what they say. So I really rarely, I haven't really started getting hot flashes, but I think that's what this is. But this is more than a flash. This is more of a swimming in fire kind of thing, because it's not going away. I put a tank top on. I don't have a fan out, but I'm thinking about putting shorts on because I'm just so warm, even though my heater is off. And no, anyway, next question. First Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook post? If I had time, I'd go back and look. But I remember what brought me to Facebook, because Facebook would have been the very first one that, out of the 3 of those, that I signed up for. I remember because I was working the night shift as a CNA, and my charge nurse, I had just discovered MySpace, actually, and my charge nurse at the time, I was like, asked what his name was on there so I could add him. And he's like, I don't use MySpace, I use Facebook. And I'm like, what? And then he had to show me because I had no idea what Facebook was. So Vicky in Ohio, your order is ready. Thank you for being a repeat customer. Get you tucked away in here. And the next order is for Cassandra in Arizona. And she ordered, let's see here. She is also a repeat customer. It's different on your copy where it is online. I think I already said that. But she ordered a multi-placer, a rose straightener, and the Loud and Proud Hope Breast Cancer Awareness pin. And she's, yeah, I already said Arizona. That would be right here. Here is your rose straightener. And here is your Hope Breast Cancer Awareness pin. And there's the drill tip. Okay. So let's get this wrapped up. And the next question. First makeup item? My very first makeup item was probably eyeshadow. I was in junior high, and I remember I always wore blue eyeshadow. That was just like my favorite. Yeah, junior high is about the time when kids girls start wanting to wear, well, kids, I guess, makeup. I'm kind of glad I had all girls, raising them by myself, just because I could relate more to the girls than I could to a boy. And not having, girls still need a dad, but with not having both parents around, I was, I don't know. I was always afraid to have boys because I had no idea how to raise them. And I didn't have any experience with them, and I didn't have, a husband to actually, give any kind of advice towards that. And so when I got with Jim and we were, found out we were going to have a baby, he'd never had kids before either. I'm sure parents figure it out, but I had the experience with the girls, and I don't know. I just loved having girls, and, now I'm kind of sad that I never had a boy, But I have a grandson, and I think that's neat, because what I didn't get with having a son, I can kind of make up for with having a grandson. I mean, I did, when I had my daycare business, I took care of a little boy from the time he was 4 months old until he was like 3. So, you know, there's a little bit, but, you know, it's not full time. It's not like I'm 24/7 taking care of this little boy. I just took care of him for a few hours a day, and, you know, just figured out the things that need to be done during those few hours. So, Cassandra in Arizona, your order is ready. Thank you very much for being a repeat customer. There we go. Next order goes to Cynthia in Pennsylvania. She ordered a roast straightener and the pink truffle tree. And it looks like this is Cynthia's first order. Welcome to the shop family. Shop. Okay, this is not gonna fit. The truffle tree is gonna take up a little bit more than this, so I'm gonna have to hold that off for another order. And here is your order. Your pink truffle tree. And there is the drill tip. Here is your roast straightener. I'm going to make a video showing people how to use the, I mean, even though I do have the one video, it's not obvious that's what's in it. So I think that's what I'm going to do today, is make a video on how to use your roast straighteners, the flat multi-tools, and a video for the adhesive, how to apply it, and when to do what you need to do with it, you know. Because with the flat multi-tools, they do come with the, it does come with the adhesive, and unless you've watched my unboxing video, you may not know how to do it, or, yeah, or you're just curious. So, I will get one of those up. Okay, this is the last of this row of tape. Of course, I'm running out of everything during this video, but I have one right here ready to go. And it looks like my video clip needs to be restarted. Alexa, stop. Okay, so I will be right back. I will switch. Anyway, you won't know I'm gone. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have more tissue paper. I took off my socks too. I don't know why, with how warm I am, that I still had socks on. Pulled up my pant legs. Trying to cool down here because my fan is put away in the closet. Because, I don't know, maybe that groundhog was right, and that spring is right around the corner. But I am thinking about digging the fan back out. It normally does not get that warm here. Okay. Get this going. The next question in my tag is first plane ride you ever went on. Well, that would probably be when I was a baby and we flew to Korea. Oh, the reason I went to Korea was because my dad was in the Air Force and he was stationed there. He was Air Force Police, whatever it was, whatever. They're not MPs. I used to call him an MP in the Air Force, but I was informed by him years later, as I was talking to him about it for some reason, that the Air Force, they weren't called MPs, so, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe some of you might know. If you know what the military police for Air Force is called, let me know down below. Now, I'm sure I could call my dad, but I like hearing from you guys. At least I still have my dad to call, which I do need to call him more often. Talk to him. I guess my sister's the one that's like up on that. She talks to my dad like every day or something like that. But my dad tends to get sidetracked when we're talking, and he'll be watching TV, and he's not, you know, he's got hearing aids, and because he has his hearing aids are Bluetooth, so his phone, when he gets phone calls or whatever, it goes directly into his hearing aids. So I think that might be actually hindering his hearing more than it's helping, because he can't hear in like groups, or even just in the living room. When I was there visiting, I was sitting there with him and he couldn't hear me, and I was sitting, you know, not, you know, 10 feet away. Oh my gosh, where is this? There it is. So it might just be not helping, or he needs to get them checked, he needs to get them adjusted, something. Because unless you're right in his ear, he can't hear what you're saying. It's really strange. I haven't sold one of these truffula trees in a while, and then all of a sudden I get two at once. Alright. Okay, so the next question. Oh, but as far as airplane rides, that was my first, but the first one that I remember, I'll tell you in a second. So, Cynthia, in Pennsylvania, your order is ready. It's one thing I don't understand is when I get orders from Washington and Pennsylvania, they charge tax. But I'm in Oregon, so it's weird. We don't have sales tax, and it's just these two states that charge tax. There might be others, if I can remember. Can't remember right now, but I do know those two states charge sales tax, and I don't know what to do with it. All right, so Cynthia, here we go. Our next order is to Naomi in Puerto Rico. This is this is her, I believe her second order, because I remember when she ordered last time, I was like so excited because I'd never shipped to Puerto Rico before. I'd never even seen a Puerto Rican address. So that was just so neat to see that. She ordered 2 Myth of the Mermaid tails and 2 rose straighteners to be put on the mermaid tails. There's your order. So obviously she is a repeat customer. And it's funny because it does not say on her order here, but I know for a fact she is. So I don't know how that works. Maybe it's because she signed in as a guest before. I don't know. But I'm thinking that if you sign in as guest and you purchase from the shop, it doesn't keep track of it. So here are your 2 mermaid tails with rose straighteners. And just as a special sneak peek for you guys, because I know not everybody watches these pack and chats, I'm going to show you a new product that will be in the shop very soon. I just have to make the thing for it. I have 2 new mermaid tail pens that have a cap. So they will be capped. These ones will not be able to be used with multi-placers, but here is a little peek at the difference in size. Okay, actually they're a little shorter, but I think they are a little wider than the other ones. They're the same color scheme as this one is, but this one's a little different. It's like a light purple color tail, and then it's yellowish gold towards the beginning. So as soon as I get those put up in the shop, those will be available. I have many others that are still not in the shop that I've got to do. But I spent, let's see, when was it? I spent the other day adding all the new orders in. I think it was Saturday, yeah, which was my day off. I spent it adding new pins to the shop. And then yesterday we spent all day making pins. Today I'm going to be making videos because I have quite a few things to show you guys. And this is the only video that goes up the same day consistently that I make it. Sometimes I won't get it up until the next day, but this one should go up today, even though I have other videos that I need to make. This one doesn't have a lot of editing I need to do. I just basically crop the parts together, because you know it's in more than one video. And then after doing that, I upload it. But since I have a couple of pictures I wanted to show you in this one, I'm going to have to just add those into the very first film clip. So I won't have anything extra to show in these other ones, so that I will not miss and forget. Because normally when I edit a video, I watch the entire thing all over again. And sometimes things just need to be changed up a little bit, like I need to fast forward through counting drills, or cut out a part where I can't think of what I'm supposed to say, and I sit there in dead silence for like sometimes like a whole minute trying to think of what I'm trying to say. So I need to pull those parts out, because yeah, dead air is not good. And but on these I don't have that. It's what it is. Wrapping and chatting. Chatting and wrapping. It's the wrap and wrap. That's what I should call it, the wrap and wrap. But I don't wrap, I chat. Chat, 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 chit, chatter, chat. I am a very chatty Kathy. Alright. Okay. Naomi in Puerto Rico, your order is ready. Thank you very much for being a repeat customer. Even though your receipt does not say that, but I know you are. It might be because the order hasn't been delivered, your first order. You know, it was delivered because you showed pictures of it in the group. I really like it when you guys show your orders, pictures, when you show them in the group. That just makes my day. Especially when you show how they've been wrapped, because I've only seen the wrapping, someone show the wrapping twice. Once was pictures in the group, and once was when Grace did her unboxing, when she placed her order. Okay, so this next order is to Leona in Pennsylvania. She ordered the storage box with the labels, a miniature Valentine's Day pen with candy hearts, and a the rose straightener, which, yeah, it says rose straightener on there, right there, upside down. So this goes in a big envelope because there is a big thing to put in here. Alright, so here we go. Here is your storage box. Here are your 4 sheets of labels. I'm gonna actually open this up and stick them inside. I haven't opened any of these boxes, so this is the first that's getting opened. And I don't want to get damaged. And takes more finesse than you think. Alright. There we go. Alright, and that's going to go straight into the bottom of the box. And it does say fragile on these envelopes, so I really hope that they pay attention and take care, because this is the first time I'm shipping boxes, these things. Okay, and her pens are right here. Here is your rose straightener. And here is your miniature Valentine's Day candy heart pen. Get those wrapped up. And let's get into the next question. It is... Oh, I was still saying my first flight that I remember was... I was in 8th grade. And no. I was in 5th grade when my parents split up and my mom moved us all to Oklahoma. And she went before we did. I think. There's a couple different times we went on the plane. I'm not remembering, but I do remember being on the plane. So that was that was my first time remembering going on a plane, and that was a 4-hour flight from Oregon to Oklahoma. Stayed with my grandmother in Marland, and then we moved into our own place in Ponca City. Yeah, that was quite the adventure, I should say. I actually rebelled a little bit, met a friend, and it was neat because, you know, well, to a 5th grader, I guess, it was neat, but I don't know what this, I don't think there was a smoking, I don't think that they didn't have, you didn't have to be a certain age to be able to buy cigarettes, okay, and me and this girl decided to get some cigarettes, and we wanted to get the most for our money, and it was $1 for a pack of cigarettes. We bought these long brown ones, and I don't even think we smoked right, because I don't remember, you know, having some kind of enjoyment or coughing my head off or anything, so I don't think we did it right. But what we had left over, we hid in a tree right next to the Minute Market there that we got them from. And when we came back to get them, the ants had eaten holes throughout all the cigarettes. So I guess that was okay, that I didn't become a smoker at the age of 10. You know, I waited another 6 years. Anyway, there we go. There is your order. Thank you very much, Leona. And I do believe you are a first-time buyer, and you are in Pennsylvania, so there was sales tax. There you go. There's your pen. And just so you are aware, even if an order goes out in a large envelope like this, it doesn't change how much I charge for shipping, because I only charge what the post office charges me, and it goes by weight. So sometimes a pen order has to go in a big envelope because there's too many pens to fit in the small one, and it'll still be the same price. Okay, next order is to Sharon in New Mexico, and she ordered a little bit of sparkle in pink. See here, and it doesn't say that she's a repeat customer, so thank you for ordering and welcome to the shop. Welcome to my shop. I hope you have a wonderful time visiting my shop. Sorry, just being a little silly here. It's strange. I've got the house to myself right now. My husband's off getting some groceries and doing some other errands that he has put off doing. Okay, here we go. Here is your little bit of sparkle. And here's your drill tip. In pink. And I am now out of pink. All I have now are greens and blues. And I cannot seem to find these in stores anywhere anymore. I have to order them online, and they do not let me choose the color that I want, or else I'd pick purple, because everybody wants purple and I cannot get my hands on purple. But I buy them by the case, and they only send me 2 purples. They send me, the last 2 times, I've ordered it by the case twice, they sent me 2 purples, 8 pinks, 2 greens, and the rest blue. So 12 blues, half of it. It's like, that's their most popular pen, but I think they're just trying to get rid of them now, because I don't think they're going to continue carrying them. So I'm fervently trying to find another place to supply those pens, since they are quite popular, mainly because they're thicker. They have a thicker grip on them. And they got that sparkle in there. We are kind of moving forward with the t-shirt slash mug tote bag portion of the business that I want to add. It's taking a lot of research, and trying to figure out what and how we're going to do it. We need to have all that sort of stuff ducks in a row before we launch that part of the shop. But we are still doing it, and if you want to let me know what kind of saying you'd like to see on merchandise, just visit the Facebook group, which is linked down below, and put your choice in the poll, which is the very first post on my group. Alright, so Sharon, your order is ready. Thank you for your order. And Sharon, did I say Sharon in New Mexico? If not, I'm sorry. This is from Sharon in New Mexico. Next order is to Rachel in South Carolina. We had a little bit of a back and forth because she needed to add something to her order, there was a little boo-boo, so she's got 3 different receipts in here, because she ordered a dual, a rose straightener and a a flat 3-placer. And, okay, South Carolina charges tax too. Then she also ordered the My Little Pony and a pink little bit of sparkle. And here is your receipts. There's your rose straightener. There is your 3-placer. And there are your 2 pens. And let me get those out. And I think I think this may be Sharon, I'm sorry, Rachel's first order. No. She's ordered before. Okay, so she is a repeat customer. Alright. So, let's get those out. Let's see, where are they? My Little Pony. I had these in order. Okay, there they are. Alright. There's your My Little Pony. And here is your little bit of sparkle in pink. And here is your multi-placer. And your 3-placer. And, can't forget, here are your stickers to be used with your flat multi-placer. Okay, so let's get these wrapped up. Oh, next question. First time I ever got into trouble at home and school? I don't think I've ever gotten into trouble at school. At home, I was always getting in trouble, but I remember you know, some of those things just aren't good memories, so I'm not going to. I mean, I got in trouble for leaving the door open to the basement, which was actually a finished basement that had a play area, and bathroom and my bedroom. So I basically had my own bedroom. I mean, my own bathroom, my own shower, all that. But I got in trouble for leaving the door open. But I'm, you know, that's probably not the furthest back memory I have of getting in trouble, so I'll just leave it at that. Because I don't like to live in the past and to rehash old wounds that don't necessarily need to be opened up. There's no reason for it. So, that will be the conclusion of that question. Next question. First time you were allowed to put on makeup, I think, was when I was in junior high. I didn't put it on real heavy, but I was at least allowed to wear it. And that would have been in, let's see, '86? No, 85. 84 or 85, one of those 2 years, because those are the years I was in junior high. And I am so a child of the 80s. See, my kids were born in the 90s, so, and it was at the beginning of the 90s. So I'd say that they were more children of the 2000s, but see, they remember things from the 90s. And like Ayla was born in 92. I was born in 72, and I remember very little from the 70s. I mean, can remember from pictures I see and things like what I was just telling you, that was in the early 80s. I just remember small things from the 70s, but we were very, my dad was in seminary school, so we were very protected to worldly things. We didn't go to movies, we didn't go out much, we didn't see things that normal kids would have seen, and so I didn't know about disco and all that jazz. Alright, so Rachel, your order is ready. Thank you for being a repeat customer. And I'm not going to forget to put these in. Don't forget that they're in here so you don't toss them with the envelope, because those are very hard to get. Alright. Let's see if we have small enough pens for this next order to use up these last pieces that we have for both of the last pieces that I used. This one's for Jennifer in Massachusetts. She ordered a Loud and Proud Mini. I'm just going to show you here. Here's your receipt. I have my copy here that I will read off of because Alexa, stop. Because I don't even remember. Anyway, I'll be right back when I start a new clip, and we will read off this order and get it packed up. Alright, the items in this order are a Loud and Proud Mini with the squares with a pink top, and a Winnie the Pooh, and a Glitter Fun in Blue. Here's the Glitter Fun in Blue. Here's your drill tip. Here's your Winnie the Pooh. And there's the drill tip. And also a clearly rounded in blue filled, and a colorfully gemmed in pink filled. So here is the Loud and Proud Mini. Here's your drill tip. Here is the colorfully gemmed in pink. There's your drill tip, and here's the pink gem. And here is the clearly rounded in blue. And there is your drill tip. Alright, so these are going to go in the special wrapping because it's the Disney pen, which I totally forgot to do last video, and I totally am so sorry. But I'm going to remember from here on out until it's all gone. I'll explain that to those that didn't watch the first one that I used it in here in a minute. Oh, I went off the screen on my tag. Let's get back to it. There we go. First YouTuber you subscribed to. Wow. That would have been way back when I first started using YouTube to post my weight loss journey, and I subscribed to some other people that were on a YouTube, also on weight loss journey, but they were ones that weren't active, so I don't really consider that anymore. But then I started following someone who was going through it at the same time as I was, and her name was Tanya O'Rourke. She's done magnificently. She's been able to, you know, lose her weight and maintain it. I applaud her. I commend her. She's awesome. She's still actually putting videos up, which is amazing because it's been 8 years. And that's hard to do. I don't even think she monetized her channel. And back then it was easy to monetize because I was monetized on that channel. I made like $100 every 6 months because there was no criteria back then that you had to have so many subscribers. I mean, I have like 800 and something on that channel, but you have to have so many hours viewed as well in the last 12 months. And I definitely don't have that on that channel. So it's not monetized. But it was back when I had it. And, you know, they'd only send you out a check once you reach the $100 threshold. And I don't do that anymore. But I did every 6 months or so back then. And when the checks stopped coming, I was like, I don't understand. But I understood once I started this channel how things had changed. And that's all she wrote. So yeah, Tanya was basically my first real YouTuber that I consider a real YouTuber because she was pretty, she helped in keeping me motivated. And then when I got pregnant, I kind of just, because it takes a lot of your attention and time, and you have to concentrate a lot on doing it. I was losing weight, my husband was gaining weight, but I've kept off 60% of the weight that I lost. So I'm still proud of myself for doing that, because it's not easy to do. All right, here is the wrapping. So this paper came from an order I placed from the Disney store for one of Tesslin's Christmas presents. And it's pretty special paper. It's Disney. So I figured I'd wrap any Disney pins that I had received orders for in this paper. And last order, I guess I was too frazzled to remember to wrap the mini pin in this paper. And I just find it didn't make sense to me to use this tissue paper on anything other than a Disney pin because it just doesn't fit. So unfortunately, this is the only piece of that tissue paper I received. I only got one sheet, so I thought that was kind of odd. I'll put that over here, out of the way. And I had some blue. Okay. Let's see if I can get it unwrapped in a good amount of time. I've got this cute blue paper, washi tape for it. Oh, and I found the beginning very easily. All right. So Jennifer, you got a special wrap. See, I don't even know if, I'm sure not everybody who orders watches the YouTube channel. I might need to put something, I might put something in the listings to let people know, or in with the receipt. Because I'm talking to the people and they're not even watching. All right, there we go. So Jennifer in Massachusetts, your order is ready. Thank you for purchasing. I do believe this is your first order. And here you go. Get you tucked away. And out the door. Hoping my husband gets home in time. He woke up late and didn't leave as early as he wanted to. because I've got to stay here and wait for Tesla to get off the bus. All right. Next order is to Lori in Ohio. Let's see. Lori is a repeat customer. She ordered a, let's see, she ordered a Myth of the Mermaid pen, a three-placer flat, and a rose straightener, and a purple peacock pizzazz. So there is the first half, and here is the second half of your order. So let me get the pens out. There they are. Here is your, she wanted the three-placer on the peacock pen. And here is your mermaid tail pen with the rose straightener. And here are your stickers for the three-placer. My next question is, first time you went shopping on your own? Oh, I did that when I was young because my mom, I was in grade school. My mom actually, you know, she had juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. So she was in pain a lot, and I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and so I would be the one that would help, you know, by going to the grocery store. I was very responsible, you know, taking in the bottles and the cans, walking to the gas station to get gas when we ran out. You know, so I know for sure when I was in 5th grade that I was doing that kind of stuff. So at least 10, maybe younger. And I loved the responsibility. I really did. Alright, let me get this piece. It should fit in here. Concentrating. Not talking when I concentrate. Hopefully this fits. Next question. My first boyfriend. Well, my first real boyfriend was when I was 16. And his name was Scott Gallegos. I think he pronounced it Gallegos. But anyway, he was actually quite a bit older than I was. So it didn't last very long because of the fact that he felt that it was just too inappropriate, I guess. He was only 4 years older than me, but he was 20, and I was in high school, so. Oh, the end of the line. Can't get any more on that. All right, so we got this green one now. Yeah. That's one thing I'll never forget. Your first, I guess. Your first boyfriend. Girlfriend. Boy, these questions are just bringing back a flood of memories. Just thinking about the short time that we went out. We didn't actually get to go out much, but yeah, it's actually kind of weird how little it was really a relationship. Actually, it probably really wasn't. You know, we'd kiss and that was it. And yeah, he worked at a car parts store up the street from me. Well, not the one up the street, but he drove the truck where he delivered parts to the different stores. Alright, so Lori, who is a repeat customer, thank you again for your order. Your order is ready. Get that going. And don't forget your stickers are in here. Don't let them get thrown out in the with the envelope. But he would stop by on his way to delivering parts to that store every day, and he'd give me a kiss. So, all right. Jamie in Nevada. Okay, let me pull this up. But you're next. She ordered the clearly rounded in green filled and the Myth of the Mermaid in pink, obviously in pink. And it doesn't say that you've ordered before. I recognize your name though. So let's get that ready. I still have 2 more layers to go. Well, maybe it's because some people have bigger orders. Alright, here is your Myth of the Mermaid pink tail, and your clearly rounded green filled. I'm going to need to get another tissue paper pulled up. My next question, my first car. Well, technically my first car was a Monte Carlo, but it wasn't mine. It was my mom's car, but she rarely ever drove anywhere, so I got to use the car a lot. I do believe it's the car I took my driver's test in. And the funny thing about that car, oh, we're going to gold. I need gold paper now. It looks kind of dull, but I think it'll look pretty once I get it all wrapped up. The thing is that car used to belong to this family that hired me to do babysitting for them during the summer one year of their their 2 kids. I earned $1 an hour for both kids total. I worked 10 hours a day, 4 days a week, so I worked 40 hours, and so I made $40 a week. And I had to be there at 6:30 in the morning for her to go to work. Here's the tape I'm going to use for this. And she would take me home in the afternoon. Then after that summer was over, at some point they decided to sell their car, and my mom bought it. I don't know if they gave my mom a good deal or what, because my mom was on public assistance, and so I had to earn my own money. I could never expect my mom to buy anything that I wanted. I mean, she would get me things I needed, and that was hard to do. Gosh, this won't unfold. So I understood the meaning of working hard for your money, and I did that. She had 4 kids to support, and I understood. And I did what I had to, or I needed to get the things I wanted. And what I wanted was to go on this trip with the YMCA to Great America. And that's the year that I had saved 2 weeks worth of my earnings, which was $80 that I had for spending money, and I lost my wallet. And when I came back from my trip, I actually, right before school started, the school called me at their house, because I guess my mom gave them their phone number, and told me that my wallet was there at the school. So apparently somebody had found my wallet, took the money out, stuck it in the mail, and the postal service looked at my, sent it to the school because my school ID that was in there. There was also a summer bus pass, which, I had paid for. I had to pay for in order to be able to get to work. But because the bus driver knew me on a daily basis, every morning that I took the bus with, they didn't charge me. They knew I had a summer bus pass, so I was really fortunate in that aspect. So I was just out spending money, which I still enjoyed myself. I was sad, but it didn't ruin my trip. Alright, so Jamie, your order is ready. Thank you for ordering. Get that tucked away in here. Okay, good to go. Next order is for Carla in California, and she has ordered 2 pins. They clearly rounded in pink filled and purple filled. All right, so that is right here. Here is your purple one. There's your gem. There's your drill tip. And here's your pink one. This is very pretty. And there's your pink gem and a tip. By the way, my husband hates making this particular pen. So he left them for me to do. They were the last ones I did. He doesn't like filling the pen shafts because he spills the gems everywhere. And, oh, I just can't wait for him to catch on because it's frustrating to me how many pins he's broke. But, all part of the process. And he gives up his Sundays to do pin making because he wants to take over that portion. And eventually we may be doing them every day instead of 3 times a week. That would be a lot of videos for me though, to do wrap-in chats. I think he's home actually. I hear car doors slamming. Let's see, is there a question I can answer next? What was that one? That was my first car. Okay, so technically that wasn't my first car. So if you want to know what my first car was, it was actually a 78 Ford Mustang II. Not a Mustang, but a Mustang II, which were 4-cylinder instead of the typical 6 cylinders that Mustangs are made in. It, of course, was a 2-door. It was brown with a white shell top, and it had a moonroof or sunroof, whatever you want to call them. It just pop it open. I had so many issues with that car, but I bought it on from a car lot, and I actually paid for it myself. I made the payments. My mom had a co-sign for me, obviously. I was too young, but I bought it myself with my job, and my payments were $25 a week, so that's quite a bit for a high school student back then. Alright, so Carla, your order is ready. And I didn't check. I should have checked. Let's see. Yes, she is a repeat customer. So thank you for your continued support. Get your order out to you. Gotta get it in the mail today. Next, we have Lisa in MI, Michigan, I'm guessing. She ordered Stitch with pink ears. And she is a repeat customer as well. Thank you for your repeat business, Lisa. And I believe that's this one right here. Yeah. I don't think you want my daughter's hair. Sorry about that. She had her bath last night and then I brushed her hair in here, and yeah, her hair tends to just go where it wants to. Little Stitch is going to have his own little bubble area to be wrapped up in. I'm so warm in here. I don't understand. Well, it's 45 degrees outside, so that's actually really warm for this time of year. And I should have watched the Grammys. I forgot it was on. We watched a couple movies last night. We watched the Insidious, The Final Key. So the new Insidious movie. Yes, we are horror fans, so we like to watch horror movies. And it was early when we started. It was like 8:30. So we were able to start another one. So we watched the first Insidious. Because I'm like, because the new movie actually is a prequel, and where it ends is basically the beginning of Insidious. So we're like, man, gotta watch that now. And I think they did that on purpose so people would either purchase it or rent it just so they could watch it again. And, you know, now my husband wants to watch the other one, so we can kind of have a marathon. Which I don't mind, because I like those. But, I actually was legitimately, I jumped, I screamed, and I normally I haven't done that in a long time. It's the jump scare kind of thing. No, I wasn't terrified or anything. Oh gosh, I can't even speak. It was just a matter of being startled. But that happened on both movies. Which you'd think if I'd seen a movie already, I'd know when to expect something. But no. Alright, so thank you very much. Lisa in Michigan, your order is ready. Get you tucked away in here. Thank you again for your patronage. Get you out in the mail today. Next, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 more. So we're about halfway through. And my timer is getting ready to go off. But this one is to Stefania. Oh, please correct me if I'm wrong if you watch my videos. In New Jersey. I believe this is her first order. She ordered a rose straightener. Here is your receipt. And this is her first order. Yeah. Welcome to the shop. And let me get that right here. Here is your drill straightener, rose straightener. I could probably get this before my video cuts off, so let's try and get this done. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. My first celebrity crush, I've answered this in a recent question, which was Sean Cassidy. I used to have a t-shirt. It was a yellow t-shirt with his face on it. That's the only way I can remember that he was my first crush, because I had a t-shirt with his face on it until it wore out completely. I remember my mom telling me that it was Sean Cassidy. I remember he was on Hardy Boys. But I do not remember watching the Hardy Boys, so, you know, the things we remember are selective memory. Alright, I'm going to stop this and restart it and get this finished up.